Alright, people, this is apparently, the contractor wasn't able to give me the exact make and model, but it's looking like it's a sterling. She said it's a sterling. And they called it an all one piece enclosure, which they shouldn't do because it's really 4 pieces, okay? So you got your tub part here that none of this even makes sense. The tub. The tub, because when I came here, it's like there's your new tub. But I don't think it was. Oh no, it must have been the tub and that wall panel was still. It just wasn't the shower part. And I guess I don't know how these 4 pieces come. Right? All that I know is this: that my common sense tells me, if you go online, these panels are supposed to be seamless and interlocking. That's what it says, okay? So let me step into this tub, which is high up. I have to be careful. It at least has grooves down the bottom, okay? Now, seamless and interlocking, would you call that seamless and interlocking? You could stick a few small pieces of paper through that crack. That's reaching what? Our wall? I mean, the church woman, that's just, is it supposed to be like that? I can't imagine. It goes all the way. It means this panel, there's no way it's supposed to bulge out like that. Okay? There's no way. But whether it did that after the fact, or this contractor, her employees, because remember, she didn't do the work. She led me to believe she'd be doing the work, and instead she delegated out the work, and apparently, according to her, well, I didn't step in your tub and see this, but did they not examine their work? Does this, you know what I mean? It's very, very concerning to me. All right, that is not even remotely seamless and interlocking. It's bulging out. Don't tell me that water and mold and slime and everything else isn't going to go through that gap. All right? I'm not an expert, but my common sense tells me there's no way it's supposed to be like that. All right? No way in hell. So what the hell did they do wrong? That's the thing. They're going to have to, they didn't do a good job putting this together, I guess. I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed, people. Now on this side, it's the same damn thing, okay? The gap's not quite as wide, but even that gap shouldn't be like that. This is coming out, all right? You're telling me that they didn't even examine this before they left? To see that it was all smooth? She doesn't examine her employees' work. They think that's perfectly sufficient to have it be like that? Popping out like that? And also, there's something that I just don't understand, okay? And this has to do with the design itself, all right? So while we're at it, not that I expect anybody to answer me, but maybe Kurt will. Kurt likes to answer me about things. Okay? I'm all upset. They installed the grab bar today, okay? Because church woman was like, well, maybe that's what happened. I'm like, no, the gap, I showed you the back wall gap first. See? That's the back wall gap. But they don't pay close attention. If they were here installing this grab bar and they didn't see that this is bulged out like that, you know? Then I had my mom call because I'm sick of calling, I'm sick of whatever, and I had gotten out of my shower and tried to reach her and tried to look online, and then I had my mom call so I could get back in the shower. And she just told my mom, well, we were there today and it's fine. No, it isn't fine. It's not fine. You didn't look, you didn't... Oh, you think you can just get away with it? Because I'm sure you don't want to take everything apart. It There's no way it's supposed to be like that. There's just no way. Alright, so now I have a question that's separate, okay? This is just, doesn't make sense to me, okay? These are side panels. Remember, if you're familiar with this type of thing, it's a tub, it's this back thing, and then it's the two side panels. So it's 4 pieces. And it's all sitting on top of the tub, I guess. Alright. Okay, come on, I don't want you to the bathroom on the floor. Come on out. I'm so stressed. I have to be so careful because he's in danger in this place. I've been doing my best trying to get cleaned up and too much stress over this. You know, it's supposed to be over with. I can't take it. No. I want to know. And you can't find out online. You can't. It's not going to show any big enough pictures so I can know. And church woman was like, why don't you go on YouTube and see if you can find a do-it-yourself thing. I did. And it was full stupid, and it didn't tell you anything. I need to see it and see that it's not supposed to have that kind of gap there. I'm all upset. I'm all upset, people. I'm so stressed. How could they have not noticed that? You know, today when they came back, they didn't notice. Or they did, and they're hoping, you know, most people wouldn't know any better, I guess. Probably most people wouldn't say anything. If this was just my mom, you think she would be saying anything at all about anything? She wouldn't. She wouldn't even know to say anything, you know? It's really hard because I like this person. It's easier if you're mad at someone you don't like than if someone you do. I can't take this shit. Come on, Omar. I have to take him in the bathroom and close the door. Just a few poops on the bathroom floor. It's not the rug. Alright, so here's my other question. There's no way that's supposed to be like that. It's just my common sense that says so, you know? But if it wasn't put on right, they're gonna, you know, God. Anyway, you see down here? I want you to explain something to me, people. You know, probably nobody will, but maybe Kurt will. But Kurt, you know, has a life too, and I need to watch every one of my videos. Now, see this? We're down here, okay. Now, this is the top of the tub. The top of the tub is flat, yet this panel has a curve to it. So, what the hell is the point? If it's supposed to be interlocking, then shouldn't it be sitting on top of something that has a curve to it? That makes no sense to me either. Why does this fucking panel have a curve to it if it's sitting on total flat? You get it? So even if you pushed it in, how is it ever going to be even or match up if one has a curve and one's straight line? It doesn't make sense. This shit does not make sense at all. It makes no sense. Alright? So I got up under here. See under here? I don't know what you guys can see, but this is the bottom. And I went under here. And I'm looking under here. and it's glue coming out, it's all gross. But see, down here is almost aligned, but then up here it gets worse and worse and worse, bulges out, okay? Like I showed you, it bulges out. Okay, I showed you that. There's no way that can be right, just in my world of common sense, right? There's no way that that's right. But even the whole thing, like, oh, it's just sickening to me. It already has like chips in it, you know. I could just see this thing falling apart really fast. It arrived with chips in it, you know. It's obviously cheap. It already has chips. There's one right there. There's one on the top, okay. And if this had to sit on top of the tub, why does it stick out? Why does it, and I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. It doesn't sit completely flush on the top of the tub, you know? Apparently not. You see, it sticks out here. So it sticks out over here, it's all glue, it's sticky under here. It's all sticky. This is all stuff I'm going to show the church woman. I'm going to have her feel it so she can see what's going on. It's sticky under here. Want to see my hands? Under here is all sticky. It bulges out, right? And it's all gross and sticky. Now over here is not gross and sticky at all. This one is, but it still bulges out, and still I can see water going all under there. You understand? I feel like water could get all through here and reach the wall. That's how I feel. I feel like an all pool under there and whatever. That was all sticky on that other side. This side is not sticky, but it does still, it bulges out, and it just blows my mind that it's supposed to, that this doesn't match up. You know what I mean? It blows my mind that this panel is not straight across. Instead it curves, but it's sitting on something that's totally level, totally, you know, vertical and totally level, yet this comes out. Can you see that? Here's my shower frame, right? So there's that. Can you see that curves? I'll show you my hand. It goes, that curves. That's not flat. It goes, slopes, doop, and then it goes straight, okay? But the bottom, where the tub is completely totally flat. So what is the point of that curving right there? What is the point of that? Tell me. It makes no fucking sense. What is the point? What is the point of that curving right there? If the whole thing under there is flat, this piece is flat all the way across. Watch my hand. Goes flat, 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 right? And then slopes. What is the point of that sloping right at there if this whole underneath thing is totally vertical and totally horizontal and totally flat, totally a rectangle, you know, a long rectangle? What is the point of that? I can't imagine that. And again, that's not what the contractor did. That's how these panel pieces are. But what is the point to that is what I'm asking. Okay? Churchwoman was already upset because this thing, as I already told you in another video, was not flush against this back wall. The contractor made light of that. She put sealant on everything today, like I asked her to do, only because the churchwoman had said to do it. But the first thing the churchwoman said to me was I said, well, they did the sealant. They said they didn't have to, but they would do it because she said she'd do it, because I like you, whatever. And she's like, oh, forget about the sealant, Laura. Did they take this that wasn't flush against the wall like it's supposed to be? Did they take that off and press it in? I have no idea. I really don't know. All right? I know it's nice and tight now because of the sealant, but I don't know. I didn't watch them. I didn't supervise, okay? I didn't have to sit there and supervise them. But you telling me they can't tell that this bulges out like that? I can instantly see it's like that. Instantly I can see that. And it didn't happen from putting this grab bar in today as the churchwoman was trying to hypothesize and think what might have happened. No, because the back one has no grab bar, it's nothing, and it's worse. It has a worse gap. And what are we going to try this video? Anybody familiar with these 4-piece acrylic shower tub enclosures? Please tell me what the fuck is going on, because my stress level is now through the roof. The end. Hi, Oma. She did this for free today. Put this around the mirror. If any of you watched my old 5 years ago video where I was talking about hiring an escort, which I wasn't gonna do and never wound up doing. Although beach guy, remember the escorts because I wanted pampering without being obligated to have sex with somebody. See, I wound up getting it for free from Foot Guy after I paid $100 for pampering from beach guy in public on the beach. But anyway, before that I was just kind of toying with the idea of hiring an escort, and I did a video in here. And so it showed the old mirror. So this vanity is beautiful. Although I have a bad feeling too that underneath here, I don't know if you can see it, but maybe the vanity didn't touch the floor. See how, and there's a piece of wood under there, but I don't know if it's empty space under there, but obviously it's all glued, you know what I mean? This isn't something you can move out. So there's a piece of wood that doesn't exactly match. Get it? Which means there's gaps under there, and come here, baby. And I wonder if bugs in the summertime are gonna form. Something's gonna happen. But we don't usually have trouble with bugs, but I'm concerned about that in the future too. And the only reason I saw that is because this metal thing. There's all these little things showing me that these people, her employees, didn't do the most careful job. This metal thing that separates the hallway from whatever. There's 5 screws there, and the other night I stepped on one and it hurt me. And in all these years I've lived here, that never happened. So I asked her, I'm like, did you guys replace this? Because if you did, can you make the screws more flat as possible? Which they supposedly did today, but some are still not, and one of them wasn't even over into the hole correctly. You see? This is all indicating to me that her employees she loves so much are not so careful. Okay? So this under here, this piece of wood under here, I don't know if this came with this vanity or if they put that piece of wood. See? There's a piece of wood under here, but if you see my fingers, bugs can get through there, that crack, and up here. The wood isn't totally with this vanity. It makes me wonder if they put that piece of wood there and didn't match it up completely so there wouldn't be gaps there. Okay, and I don't know what's behind here. I can stick paper through there. I don't know if this is just one single piece of wood or if it's a whole platform this is sitting on. I'm thinking it's just this one piece of wood to block right here, and are bugs going to go in there? Is that like a hollow thing where they can have this little place that's nice? And you could say, well, the refrigerator and the stove would be the same thing. Yeah, but if you ever had bugs behind the refrigerator and stove, you can move the refrigerator and stove if you really had to, right? And most people don't do it. You can't move this vanity. It's solid. They don't make them big enough now to fit this wall. Remember, this place is really old, so they had to put mold. They made that on this side and on that side, right? But if they put that piece of wood down the bottom there, they didn't make sure it was totally sealed. So if I start seeing, you know, what recourse I'm going to have if months from now I start seeing bugs come in and out of there or something, what can you do? You know what I mean? It's very, I don't like it. And it would have been, I have a feeling that they put that wood there, that this vanity is raised up, and that they put that wood there to block it, since it's not something you're supposed to move out. Maybe other people would have it where they could move it out from the wall or something, I don't know. But whatever, ours is attached, and the wood underneath there is definitely not, it has cracks where bugs can get through, okay? And it would be like this little hideaway. And I'm just thinking, is that going to happen too? Okay? We've already had other problems. Is that going to happen too? You know? But I'd already complained about other stuff, so I wasn't going to complain about this. I just wasn't. But it's on my mind, and I will bring it up with you guys if my fears become reality, because I have a feeling that that is just a piece of wood, and it didn't come with this vanity probably, and it's just down there so it's not wide open, so it's all sealed up. Since it's something attached that you don't move, why not put that piece of wood there? Yeah. But if you were going to do that, couldn't you cut it to size so it totally was sealed completely so no bugs could get through there? You know? Of course not! Any more than you properly put this shower tub enclosure together. Just what I'm really thinking, people. That is a big deal, okay? And I said to her, I said, did you take a picture? And she goes, well, not from that angle. Yeah, of course not. You just take a picture this way and it looks all nice. But if you have to examine your work, you have to look and see.